Hello everyone! Welcome to our 2021 Fall Play Zoot Suit. Just a reminder to please keep your mask on during the show and after the show. Please no food in the theater, you may have water. If you need to exit, you can use your door on your left to go to the restroom on the side of the garage. Garage? What is garage? I mean parking lot. There's another exit that way. Bienvenidos a nuestro 2021 Fall Play Zoot Suit. No pueden usar sus máscaras todo el tiempo durante la obra, al igual que no pueden comer comida, pero pueden tener agua. Pues si quieren usar el baño, pueden usar las puertas de atrás para salir al parking lot que está de este lado. A warning that there will be flashing lights during the show, so if you need to leave, you can always use the back doors. No flash photography, and please silence your phones so we don't disrupt the actors. Thank you so much and enjoy the show.
Que llevo hecho mis trapos, ¿Sabe qué, carnal? Estas garras me las plante, porque vamos a dejarnos caer un play, ¿sabe? Échame un capuche, aliviánense con mis calcos, dando lista otra música clango, Nel, ¿sabe qué? Usted está muy verdolaga. ¿Cómo se me hace que es puro square? Ladies and gentlemen, the play you're about to see is a construct of fact and fantasy. The Pachuco style was an act in life, and his language a new creation. His will to be an awesome force, eluding all documentation. A mythical, quizzical, frightening being, precursor of revolution. Or a piteous, hideous, heroic joke, deserving of absolution. I speak as an actor on the stage. The Pachuco was an actor in the streets, both profane and reverential. It was a secret fantasy of every vato, in or out of the chicanda, to put on a zoot suit and play the myth. Más chucote que la chingada. Pues órale. Like a diamond, sparkling and shining, ready for dancing, ready for food tonight. All the heck of the smiles right at great shape. Opponents like force down in LA. Pieces like funk and north of New York City. On the head, you will walk with a line on screen. You better get happy tonight. On that moon.
The City of Angels, Monday, August 2nd, 1942. The Los Angeles Examiner. Headline.
Death awakens Sleepy Lagoon. LA shaken by lurid kid murder.
The City of Angels, Monday, August 2nd, 1942. The Los Angeles Times. Headline.
1 killed, 10 hurt in boy wars. Mexican boy gangs operating within city.
The City of Angels, Monday, August 2nd, 1942. The Los Angeles Herald Express. Headline.
Police arrest Mexican youth. Black widow girls and boy gangs.
The City of Angels.
El pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de Los Ángeles te por síncula, estúpido.
The Los Angeles Daily News. Headline.
Police snap 300 roundup. Mexican girls picked up in arrest.
Los Angeles Police Department. A huge show of nearly 300 boys and girls rounded up by sheriff and deputies will be held tonight at the Central County Jail on First and Hill Street. Victims of assault, robbery, and purse snatching are asked to be present for the identification of suspects.
Lieutenant? Thank you, sir.
All right, everybody, move, turn, out!
Okay, kid. You wait here till I get back. Think you can do that? Sure you can. You Pachucos are regular tough guys.
Bastards. Ese.
Que pues no eres.
Where the hell you been, ese?
Checking out the barrio. Tienes madre, no?
What's going on, ese? This thing is big.
The city's cracking down on Pachucos, carnal. Don't you read the newspaper? They're screaming for blood.
All I know is they got nothing on me. I didn't do nothing.
You're Henry Reina, Hank Reina. The Zoot Suiter. The bitter young Pachuco gang leader of the 38th Street. That's what they got on you,
I don't like this, ese. I don't like being locked up.
Calmantes, montes, chicas patas. Haven't I taught you to survive? Play cool.
They're gonna do it again, ese. They're gonna charge me with some funny rap and keep until they make something stick.
So what's new?
I'm supposed to report for the Navy tomorrow. You don't want me to go, do you?
Stupid move, carnal.
I gotta do something.
Then hang tough. Nobody's forcing you to do shit.
I'm forcing me, ese. Me. You understand?
I'm muy patriotic, eh?
Yeah.
Off to fight for your country?
Why not?
Because this ain't your country. Look what's happening all around you. The Japs have sewed up the Pacific. Roman is kicking ass in Egypt. But the mayor, LA, has declared an all-out war on Chicanos. On you. ¿Te curas?
Órale.
Qué mensada, no? Is that what you want to go out and die for? Why is it up? These bastard petty cops have it in for you. You're a marked man. They think you're the enemy.
Screw the bastard cops.
And as soon as the Navy finds out you're in jail again, yes, tú, carnal. Unfit for military duty because of your record. Think about it.
You got a trabajo? I was all set to come back a hero, see? En la radio. For the first time in my life, I really thought Hank Reina was going someplace.
Forget the war, sí, carnal. Your war is on the home front.
What do you mean?
The barrio needs you, carnal. Fight back. Stand up to them with some style. Show the world that Chicano has balls. Hang tough. You can take it. Remember, the Chucuyo.
Con zafos, carnal.
Final edition, the Los Angeles Daily News. 22 members of the 38th Street Gang have been arrested, pending investigation of various charges.
Well, son, I was really hoping I wouldn't have to see you here again.
Then why'd you arrest me?
Come on, Henry, you already know why I'm here.
Yeah, I'm a Mexican.
Don't give me that. All I've ever known you is 39.
Yeah, when you got me for stealing a car, remember?
All right, I admit, that was a mistake. I didn't know it was your father's car. I made up to you, didn't I? Didn't I help you set up that youth club?
They turned into a gang, Lieutenant. Everything they touch turns to shit.
I remember a kid just a few years back. Head boy at the Catholic Youth Center. His idea of fun was going to the movies. What happened to that kid, Henry?
He's gone with the wind, trying to look like Clark Gable.
Now he thinks he's home from Bogart.
So who are you? Pat O'Brien?
This is the wrong time to be antisocial, son. This country's at war. And under our strict orders cut down on all mountains.
Starting with all Pachucos and draft dodgers.
I ain't no draft dodger.
I know you're not. I already got accepted in the Navy. Congratulations. When do you report?
Tomorrow.
Tough break.
It's still not too late, you know. I have still releasing time to get sworn in.
If I do what?
Tell me, Henry. Give me a statement as to what happened last Saturday night.
Don't tell him shit.
Which Sleepy Lagoon?
You mean there's more than one? I know you're out there, Henry. I got a statement for your friends that says you're attacked. Is that true? Were you a girl beaten up?
I don't know anything about it. Nobody's ever beat me up.
That's a lie and you know it. Thanks to your spoiler friends, we've got enough dope on you to indict for murder right now.
Murder?
Yeah. Another greaser named Jose Williams?
I never heard of the vato.
Yeah, sure.
I've been looking at your record, Henry. Theft, assault, burglary, and now murder! Is that what you want, the gas chamber? Place the order for me, Henry. Give me a statement as to what happened last Saturday night, and I'll go to the back of the Navy. Promise you.
If that ain't a line I got much of garbage, I don't know what is.
Well!
Spit in his face.
Forget it, Lieutenant. You can't treat these animals like people.
Shut up! I beat your family, Henry. Your father promised you the Navy. One last chance, son. What do you say?
I ain't your son. Cop.
All right, Raina. Have it your way.
You don't deserve it, Sid. But you're gonna get it anyways.
All right, you cha-chos, just you and me now. I hear tell you Zooters wear these monkey suits as a kind of armor. Is that right? This is what you Zooters need? A little fashion discipline?
Screw you, Flatfoot.
You greasy son of a bitch! What happened last night at the Sleepy Lagoon? Talk! 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 Henry!
Get up and escape, Henry. Leave reality behind with your buenas garras. Push underline. Escape through the barrio streets of your mind, through a neighborhood of memories, all charcoal lined. And the love and the pain as fine as
Henry!
it was a lifetime ago, last Saturday night, before Sleepy Lagoon and the big bad fight.
Henry!
Tu mamá, carnal.
Henry, hijo! ¡Ven a cenar!
Sorry, Jefita. I'm not really hungry right now. Besides, I gotta pick up Dad already for the dance.
Dance? In this heat? Don't you muchachos think of anything else? God knows except for la pena negra I see you out every night.
This isn't just any night, Jefa. It's my last chance to use my tapuche.
Escuche. Pero te pone.
I know what mi papá said, Ma. I'm gonna wear it anyways.
Mira, hijo. I know you work hard for your girls. And I know how much they mean to you. Pero por Diosito Santo, I just don't want you to see us in esa cochinada, this Zoot Suit.
Drapes, Ma. They call them drapes.
I see. Drapes. Muy funny. ¿Verdad? And what do the police call them, eh? They put you in jail so many times. ¿Sabes qué? I'm gonna send them all your clothes.
Okay, mi Ma. Don't worry. By this time next week, I'll be wearing my navy blues, okay?
Bendito sea Dios. I still can't believe you're going off to war. I almost wish you were going back to jail.
Órale.
Hey, let's go, carnal. Dad is here.
Dela. Órale, Esa, what are you doing here? I told you I was gonna pick you up at your house.
You know how my father gets?
What happened?
I'll tell you later.
Buenas noches. How pretty you look.
Buenas noches.
Oye, ¿y tú? What's wrong with you? What are you doing back there?
Nothing, Ama.
Well, come out then.
We're late, Ama.
Come out, te digo. Válgame Dios. What are you crazy? Why bother to wear anything?
I am not to style. Short skirt and fingertip coat. Hi.
Yeah, Ma.
Oh, see. And how come Della doesn't get away with the same style?
No, that's different. No, Charlie.
Ándale, what's your favorite father sees you?
Oh, buenas noches, everybody. Hijo, where's the skirt?
It's here.
Where's the rest of it?
She's going to the dance.
Yeah, a mí de qué me importa. Poncho los clothes. Ándale.
Hey, Papa.
No, señorita.
Chihuahua, I don't want to look like a square.
Te digo que no. I'm not a dollar porque...
Like a estúpida? I mean, una chica.
Hey,
Do what they say, sis.
could you let him wear his drapes?
That's different. He's a man. Es hombre.
See, that's different. You men are all alike. From such a stick, such a splinter. De tapalo todas tía.
Natural. Muy natural. Look how he came out. Boy macho, like his father. Verdad, mijo.
If you say so, Jefito.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Apá, this is de la Barrios.
Mira, mira. This is your girlfriend, eh? Muy bonita. I should the last one.
Ay, señor.
It's true. What's her name?
Bertha?
That's the one. That's one with the tattoos.
Este hombre, we have company.
That reminds me. I'm running to compadre's house mañana.
¿Qué qué?
I bought a bacon quesadilla going out the menudo.
Oye, ¿cuál menudo?
Get out of the head. Isn't it day a man's son goes off to fight for his country? I should know that, mija. Now the Mexican Revolution, I'll get as old as my son was.
No, hombre, don't start with your revolution. We'll be here all night.
Yeah, Jefe, we gotta go.
Papa, is this better?
Bueno, leave it that way.
Órale pues, it's getting late. Where's Rudy?
He's still getting ready. Rudy!
Let's go, everybody. I'm ready.
Oye, you. What are you doing, my coat?
Es matacucha, pa.
Lleva.
Enrique, por el amor de Dios.
You see what you're doing? First this one and now that one? Tío, no more at that blood road. You're looking an idiot.
Órale. Hey, don't I look alright?
Nah, listen, you look fine. Watch out, once I leave for the service, you can have my tapuche. Then you can really be in style.
Chale, thanks, carnal. But if I don't join the service myself, I'm gonna get my own revolution.
You sure? I'm not gonna need it where I'm going. Tú sabes.
Are you serious?
Simón.
I'll think about it.
Pues no hay pedo ese.
Go look at better. You see one. There's really something Spanish in this house. Have no respect.
Muchachos, muchachos, go to your dads.
Buenas noches. Órale pues, let's get going.
Larry, so what's your burning gear?
Alright, well, I can take care of myself. I'll believe that when I see it.
I hate the watch on, Mom.
You get?
I mean, I'll see you later.
What? Why don't you let me talk?
Talk, senor. Talk all you want. We have all night.
The Los Angeles Times, August 8th, 1942. Extra, extra, read all about it. Special session, LA County Grand Jury convenes gang charges, conspiracy, and sleeping with murder. Hey, here comes Edwards. So, Lieutenant, what's the real scoop on the Sleepy Lagoon? Sex, violence, marijuana? Read all about it. Mexican crime in Gulf LA.
Slum Street crime. That's your story.
Lieutenant, what exactly is the Sleepy Lagoon? It's a tune by Harry James doll. Want to dance?
It's a reservoir. It's an old gravel pit, really. It's on a ranch between here and Long Beach. It serves as a pool for the younger Mexican kids.
Because they're not allowed to swim in the public plunges? What paper are you with, lady? The Daily Worker?
And it also doubles as a lover's lane at night, which is why so many gangs fight over it. And now they finally murdered somebody.
Extra, extra, this is the gangs of Sleepy Lagoon.
We're not going to mollycoddle these kids anymore, and you can quote me on that.
One final question, Lieutenant. What about the 38th Street gang? Weren't you the first to arrest Henry Reyna?
I was. And I saw right away that kid had great leadership potential. However,
Yes?
you can't change the spots on a leopard.
Thank you, sir. Read all about the Mexican Navy gangsters!
Mexican baby gangsters? Zoot Suit goons? I knew it was coming. Every time the day part, they throw us in the can.
Well, it's getting all the same. Are they really trying to paint us with the murder rap? I got a wife and a kid, man.
Well, there's one good thing about it anyway. I bet you know we've made headlines. Everybody knows we're the toughest gang in town. Listen to the pipsqueak. The biggest guy here pulls a Tootsie Roll. Here's your Tootsie Roll, Esther. What? That? Come save me, Smiley. Why don't we come here and take a look, Tonto? Tonto? What kind of tonto, Esther? You white boy, did I ever tell you got the finest little dump ass in the world? No, you didn't tell me that nonsense.
Why don't you not just knock it off?
¡Cálmenla!
Damn chavalos.
Loco, Esther. Simone, Esther, horsing around.
I'm getting too old for this fellow, Hank. All this fighting around con esos chavaleros.
Relax, carnal. No te agüites.
You and me have been through a lot, Hank. Parties, chingazos, jail. When you sent us to the Pachugada, I joined the Pachugada. But what that does now, it means your brother was serious.
He's right, Hank. They lifted the whole gang. Yeah, you know the one with Wayne here is Rudy. He was at the sleeping lagoon too, Esther. Or in chingazos.
Yeah, but the cops don't know that, do they? Unless one of us turns stoolie.
Hey, don't look at me. They beat the shit out of me and that's all they got. Shit. That's all you got to give.
Okay. Let's keep it that way. I don't want my carnalillo poderes. And if anybody asks about him, you vatos don't know nothing. You get me?
Simon,
Crazy. Say, Jackson, I'm cool. You know that.
There's not a single patty we can trust.
Hey, Esther, what about me?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. I'm here with the rest of you. Yeah, but you'll be the first one out, cabrón. Give me a break, mañaco. Yo soy Pachuco.
Relax, carnal. Nobody's getting personal with you. Don't I check out my carnala? Oh, don't I?
Simon.
That's because you respect my family. The rest of them patties are after our ass.
Talk about patties, I say. You got company.
Hi, boys.
Lucha.
My name is George Shearer. I've been retained by your parents to handle your case. Can we sit and talk for a while?
Vamos a hablar este mujer chota.
Does that mean I can sit? All right. So let's start with the names. Who is Jose Castro? Right here, I said, what do you want to know? We'll get there. We'll get there. Ismael Torres?
that's me. But they call me Smiley.
Smiling. Okay. Thomas Roberts.
I am Zoot Suit, yo bum.
So that must make you Henry Rayner.
What if I am? Who are you?
I told you, I'm George Shearer. Your parents sent me.
Oh yeah? Where'd they get the money for a lawyer?
I'm a people's lawyer, Henry.
People's lawyer?
Simon, we're people. At least he didn't say no animals lawyer.
So what does that mean? You doing this for free or what?
I usually try not to work for free, though sometimes I do, but in this case I expect to be paid for my services.
So who's paying me? For what?
All right. I'll ask the questions. You guys are the ones on trial, not me.
I'm gonna throw you a sin.
You think we stand a chance?
There's always a chance, Smiley. That's what trials are for.
He's done an answer question, so.
You still didn't answer my question, Mr. Sheriff. Who's paying you and how much?
Well, Henry, that's really none of your damn business. But for what it's worth, I'll tell you a little story. The first murder case I ever tried, and won, might I add, was for a Filipino. I got paid $3.50 and a pack of Lucky Strike cigarettes, and a handwritten note for $1,000, which I never redeemed. Does that answer your question?
How do I know you're really a lawyer?
How do I know you're really Henry Rayner? What, you think I'm a cop?
Maybe.
And what do you have to hide from the cops? Murder?
Why, I didn't know
this. Aside from your families, I've also been sent here by a committee of people who believe that you're innocent. Surprisingly, there are people out there who don't want to see you get shot.
¿Sabes qué, mister? Don't do us any favors.
All right, you want another lawyer? I'll talk to the public defender's office.
Hey, wait a minute, Esther. Where do you think you're going? El bicho se le va a volar la tapa. Tú no sabes nada.
All right, kids, cut the crap!
You're brave.
You boys are making a big mistake. Do you know who your friends are? Do you understand that you are facing criminal charges for murder? And not just you four, but the entire 38th Street gang. And do you know who they say that the leader is? You, Henry. They're saying that you're the ringleader of this whole thing. And I suppose you are. But you're leading these boys down a dead-end road. A road that leads straight to the gas chamber.
Gas chamber, why you didn't do anything? We're innocent.
Calma! Okay. Say you believe you're people's lawyers, but what does that prove? The person's already tried and convicted us. Think you can change that?
Probably not. But public opinion comes and goes. Now this isn't going to be easy, but your parents hired me for a reason. Now the question is will you trust me?
Why should I? You're a gringo.
¿Cómo sabes? Hey, you speak Spanish? Más o menos.
You mean you understood us a minute ago?
More or less.
Ay, qué cacho.
Don't worry, I'm not much for your Pachuco slang. See, I think the problem is that you see me as an Anglo. But what if I told you that I had Spanish blood in my veins just like you? What if I told you that my roots went back to Spain? What if I'm an Arab? What if I'm a Jew? What does any of that matter anyways? The question is will you let me help you?
Chale.
Okay.
Me too.
Same here. Órale! All right, let's get to work. So I want to know what happened from the very beginning.
Well, I think the fellow already started the dance last Saturday night.
Salgo yo a bailar, yo me pongo muy feliz, las chiquitas gritan, vamos a bailar en sí.
Sorry, Bertha.
Is this you, Luisa? This little fly chick?
Listen, Bertha.
Charlie, she's just jealous. Beat it, Bertha.
Beat it yourself. Mira, you ain't got no hold on me, cabrón. Not anymore. I'm free as a bird.
That's it. Hey, that's the diamond gang in the corner.
Think they're looking for trouble?
There's only a couple of them.
That's all we need. Want me to little vatos?
Nah, it'd be cool.
Be cool? Forget it, Smiley. Ever since this vato joined the Navy, we forgot the difference between being cool and being cool, look.
Hey, Rudy's at it again. We've been drinking since we got here.
It's okay, sis. Let the carnal enjoy himself.
Este carnal.
What you say, brother?
I'm flying high, Jackson. Feeling good.
Rudy, if you don't stop me, I'm fast going to use you as a punching bag.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
Still thinking about Bertha?
Charlie, ¿qué traes? Listen, wanna go to sleep in the moon later? I got something to tell you.
What?
Later. Later.
Hey, get up to stop.
You're literally your territory. You know what I'm
It's a barrio dance, that's it. We're from the barrio.
You're from Downey.
Vale madre, Downey Riqua! What you gonna do about it?
Kick your ass.
You don't have any vatos.
It's me and you, cabrón. That's my kind of really you pushing around. Nobody chinga con mi familia without answering to me. Hey, right now.
That's exactly what the play needs right now. Two more Mexicans killing each other.
Don't give me that bullshit. I kill him or he kills me.
That's exactly what they paid to see. Think about it.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Estás suave. I'll see you later.
Whenever you want, cabrón.
Ustedes son todos.
You sure chased those tontos out of here.
I can beat those little casas. Rafa's is yellow with all his gang.
Why didn't you just jump out there?
Rudy ain't my baby brother.
Baby, I'll show you who's a baby.
Stay cool, I said.
Man, you're lucky your brother was here.
Why? He didn't do anything. All day por hacer. Rapas Benny like a fat pig.
Shut your mouth, Bertha.
¿Por qué, carnal? You didn't step in. I could have taken that sucker on by myself.
Shut up, Looney. You're drunk.
Hank, what if Rafa comes back with all his game?
Then we'll kill the sons of bitches.
October 12, 1942, Columbus Day, the 450th celebration of the discovery of America. Headlines.
President Roosevelt salutes good neighbors in Latin America. British begin drive to Austrumel from North Africa.
Japanese killed on Pacific Isles.
Relative crime spreads.
U.S. Marines land bridge at Guadalcanal.
First Mexican braceros arrive in the USA.
Sleepy Lagoon murder trial opens tomorrow.
Hi, Henry. I brought someone along who really wants to meet you. I hope that's okay.
Hello, my name is Alice Schofield, and I'm a reporter from the Daily People's World.
And a red-hot member of the committee of the people who are trying to get you out.
Oh, George, you can hardly call it fighting for Kate's sake. The struggle has just barely begun, and we're sure going to win it. Aren't we, Henry?
I doubt it.
Come on, Hank. So what, you ready for tomorrow? Is there anything I can get you, anything you need?
Yeah, what about the clean clothes you promised me? I can go to court looking like this.
What do you mean, you didn't get them?
What?
Your mom dropped them off 2 days ago.
They haven't given me nothing.
I'm beginning to smell something fishy around here.
Look, George. I can go to court looking like this. I ain't dirty.
All right, calm down. I'll go handle this, all right?
Alice, will you be okay? I'll be okay, George.
Okay.
Now that I have you all to myself, can I just ask you a couple of questions?
I got nothing to say.
How do you know? I haven't asked you anything yet. Relax. I'm from the progressive press, okay? Now, the regular press is saying that the Pachuco crime wave is fascist-inspired. Any thoughts about that?
No.
What about the American-Japanese? Is it true they're directing the subversive activities of the Pachuco from inside the relocation camps? This one's all yours, I said.
Look, lady. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I'm talking about you, Henry Reyna. It's what the regular press has been saying. Are you aware that you're in here because some big shot up in San Simeon wants to sell more papers? It's true. So, he's the man who started this Mexican crime wave stuff. Then the police got into the act. Get the picture? Somebody's using you as a patsy.
Who are you calling a patsy?
Sorry, but it's true.
What makes you so goddamn smart?
I'm a reporter. It's my business to know.
Okay, though, she's just a dumb broad on for you know what.
Hello, Miss Bluefield. Just leave me alone, alright?
Look, let's back up and start all over, okay? Hello, my name is Alice Bloomfield, and I'm not a reporter. I'm just someone who wants very much to be your friend. Can you believe that?
Why should I?
Because I'm with you.
Oh yeah? Then how come you're not in jail with me?
We are all in jail, Henry. Some of us just don't know it.
No voice, no comment.
Believe it or not, I was born in Los Angeles just like you. But for some strange reason, I grew up here. Not knowing very much about Mexicans at all. I'm just trying to learn.
What?
Little details, like that tattooed cross on your hand. Is that a sign of Pachuco?
Orale.
Did I embarrass you? I'm sorry, your mother happened to mention it.
My mother? You talked to my jefita?
Yes, and your father and Lupe and Rudy, the whole family gave me a hell of an interview. But your mother was sensational. I especially liked your story about the midnight raid. How the police rushed into your house with drawn guns looking for you on some trumped up charge. How your father told them you were already in jail. God, I would pay to see the cops' faces.
Don't believe everything my husband tells you. There's a lot she doesn't know. I'm no angel.
I'll just bet you're not, but you have been taken in for suspicion a dozen times, kept in jail for a few days, and released for lack of evidence. And it's all stated on the juvenile record.
Yeah, well, I ain't no punk, see?
I know, you're an excellent mechanic. You fix all the guys' cars. At least you never found one of the lumpen proletariat.
The lump of what?
Skip it. Let's just say you're a classic socialist.
Bullshit.
Are you saying you're guilty?
Of what?
Sleepy Lagoon murder.
What if I am?
Are you?
Charlie, I pulled a lot of shit in my time, but I didn't do that.
Henry, I'm sorry. Damn it, if they're gonna keep it closed, I'm gonna have to bring this up in court tomorrow.
In court?
They've left me no choice. What's going on?
It's a setup, George. Another lousy setup.
I know. I never said that this was gonna be easy. But if they're gonna play dirty, then so am I. Legal, but dirty.
Henry, no matter what happens in the trial, I want you to know I believe you're innocent. Remember that when you look at it, it looks like some sort of a lynch mob. Some of us, a lot of us, are right there with you.
Alice, we gotta go. I got a million things to do. Bye, Henry. I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck, son.
Thumbs up, Henry. You're gonna beat this rap.
Thumbs up, Henry. We're gonna beat this rap. You really think you're gonna beat this one, is it?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna beat this one.
Just because the white broad says so?
Yeah, they said, just because Hank Elena says so.
The classic social victim, huh?
Mira, I said, Hank Elena's no loser. I'm coming on this one on top. ¿Me entiendes, Méndez?
Don't try to approach me, ese. We'll see who comes out on top. Let's go to court.
The largest mass trial in the history of Los Angeles opens this morning in the Superior Court at 10 a.m. The infamous Sleepy Lagoon murder case involves 66 charges against 22 defendants, with 7 lawyers pleading for the defense, 2 for the prosecution. The district attorney estimates that over 100 witnesses will be called in and has sworn, I quote, to put an end to Mexican baby gangsterism, end quote.
The Superior Court of the State of California and for the Court of Los Angeles. The Court of 43, the Honorable F.W. Charles presiding. All rise.
Please be seated. Pause, please, Caleb.
The people of the State of California versus Henry Reyna, Ismael Torres, Thomas Roberts, Jose Castro, and 18 other Cucos.
Is the counsel for defense present? Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed. Your Honor, I was informed on Friday that the district attorney forbid the sheriffs to give my clients clean clothes and haircuts. Now, Your Honor, it's been 3 months. Your Honor, there is testimony we expect to develop that the 38th Street gang are being characterized by their style of haircuts. 3 months, Your Honor? The thick, heavy heads of hair, the ducktail comb, the pachuco pants. The prosecution is trying to make these boys look disreputable, like mobsters. Their appearance is distinctive, Your Honor, essential to the case. You are trying to exploit the fact that these boys look foreign in appearance when kids all over America are wearing these clothes. Your Honor, I don't believe we'll have any difficulty if their clothing becomes dirty. But what about the haircuts? The Zoot hair could be taken at the trial for purposes of identification of defendants by witnesses.
You hear that one, ese? Listen to it again.
The Zoot hair could be taken at the trial for purposes of identification of defendants by witnesses.
They want to be sure we know who you are.
It has been brought to my attention the jury is having trouble telling one boy from another, so I'm going to have to rule this defendants to stand each time the names are mentioned. I object! Your Honor, if the prosecution accuses them of something and they stand, it's going to be self-incrimination. Not necessarily. Please proceed. Okay, then I request that my clients be able to sit with me during the trial so I can counsel them. Request denied. Okay, can I request that the defendant, Thomas Roberts, be able to stand up, walk over to the counsel table, and consult with me during the trial? I certainly will not permit it. You will not? No. This is small courtroom, Mr. Shearer. We can't have 22 defendants all over the place. Then I object on the grounds that that is a denial of these defendants' rights under the federal and state constitution. Well, that is your opinion. Call your first witness. The prosecution calls Lieutenant Sam Edwards of the Los Angeles Police Department.
We've already heard from the vato. Let's get on with the defense.
The defense calls Adela Barrios.
Adele Barrios to the stand.
Don't tell them nothing.
Look at your names, and they do look like mobsters. Se va a echar bien machos.
Come on, vato, sit up.
We're tired, Hank. My butt is sore.
Yeah, look at the tough chairs the jury's got.
What did you expect? They're trying to make us look bad.
Masada nada.
Put some class in your ass.
Sit up!
Please state your name.
Adela Barrios?
Miss Barrios, were you with Henry Reyna the night of August 1st, 1942?
Yes.
Please stand. Miss Barrios, can you please tell the court what transpired that night?
Well, after the dance that Saturday night, Henry and I drove out to the Sleepy Lagoon about 11:30. There was a full moon that night, and as we drove to the lagoon, we noticed right away the place was empty. Henry parked the car on the bank of the reservoir, and we relaxed. It was such a warm, beautiful night. The sky was so full of stars. We couldn't just sit in the car, so we got out, and Henry took my hand. We went for a walk around the lagoon. Neither of us said anything at first, so the only sounds you could hear were the crickets and the frogs. As we got to the other side of the reservoir, we began to hear music. So I asked Henry, "What's that?"
Sounds like they're having a party.
"Where?"
Over at the Williams Ranch. See the house lights?
"Who lives there?"
A couple of families, Mexicanos. I think they work on the ranch. You know, the name used to be Gonzalez, but they changed it to Williams?
"Why?"
I don't know. Maybe they think it gives them more class. I hope they're probably celebrating a wedding or something.
As soon as he said wedding, he stopped talking, and we both knew why. He had something on his mind, something he was trying to tell me without sounding like a square.
Stella, what are you going to do if I don't get back from the war?
That wasn't the question I was expecting. So I answered something dumb like, "I don't know, what's going to keep you from coming back?"
I've been wanting too much out of life, see? Ever since I was a kid, I've had this feeling that there's a big party going on someplace and I'm invited. But I don't know how to get there. I want to get there so bad, I'll even risk my life to make it. Sounds crazy, huh? Stella, if I get back from the war, will you marry me?
Yes!
I'm back to the lagoon. Listen, what about your old man? He ain't gonna like you marrying me.
I know, but I don't care. I'll go to hell with you if you want me to.
¿Sabes qué? I'm gonna give you the biggest machuco wedding LA has ever seen.
Just then, another car pulled up to the lagoon. It was Rafa and some drunk guys and a gang from Downey. They got out and started busting windows on Henry's car. Henry yelled at them, and they started cussing at us. I told Henry not to say anything, but he cussed them back.
You stay here, Stella.
Henry, no! Don't go down there. Please don't go down there.
Can't you see what they're doing in my car?
There's too many of them. They'll kill you!
Charlie!
Henry! Henry ran down the big lagoon and attacked the gang by himself. There was about 10 guys with him and they jumped on Henry like a pack of dogs. He fought them up as long as he could. And they threw him to the ground hard and kicked him until he passed out. After they left, I ran down to Henry and I held him to my arms until he came to. And I could tell he was hurt. But the first thing he said was, "Let's go to town and get the guys." It took us about an hour to go into town and come back. We got to the lagoon with about 8 cars, but the Downey gang wasn't there.
Well, get my soul, nobody's here.
Then let's go to Downey.
Yeah!
Charlie, ya estuvo. Everybody go home. Go home.
That's when we heard music coming from the Williams Ranch again. We didn't know Robinson's gang had been there too, causing trouble. So when Joey said,
Hey, a party! Bertha, let's crash it!
we all went there yelling and laughing. At the Williams Ranch, they saw us coming and thought we were the Downey gang coming back again. They attacked us. An old man ran out of the house with his kitchen knife, and Henry had hit us. Then, a girl grabbed me by the hair, and in a second, everybody was fighting. People were grabbing sticks from the fence, bottles, anything. It all happened so fast, we didn't know what hit us. But Henry said, let's go.
Vámonos! Let's get out of here!
And we started to back off. Before we got to the car, I saw something out of the corner of my eye. It was a guy. He was hitting a man on the ground with a big stick. Henry called him, but he wouldn't stop. 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 Driving back in the car, everybody was quiet, like nothing had happened. We didn't know Jose Williams had died at the party that night, and that the boys would be arrested the next day for murder.
Your witness. You say Henry Reyna attacked a man with a closed fist. Is this the Henry Reyna?
Yes. I mean, no, he's Henry
Please
Reyna.
be seated. Now, after Henry Reyna attacked the man with a closed fist, is that when he pulled out the knife?
The old man had the knife.
So Henry pulled one out too. Objection! The counsel is leading the witness. Your Honor, I am not leading the witness. Yes, you are. I certainly am not. Yes, you are. Your Honor, I would suggest, Mr. Shearer, that you look up the noon hour just for the lead questioners. Your Honor, I would like to assign that remark as misconduct. Proceed. Now, where was Smiley Torres during all of this? Is it true that Smiley Torres grabbed a woman by the hair and then threw her to the ground? Will Smiley Torres please stand? Is this the man?
Yes, it's Smiley, but he...
Please be seated. Is it not true that Joey Castro was carrying a club of some kind? Objection! This club was never found at the Sleepy Lagoon, and the counsel is implying that this has something to do with my client. I'm not implying anything, Your Honor. Objection overruled. Please be seated. Is Henry Reyna the leader of the 38th Street gang?
Not in the sense that you mean.
Did Henry Reyna, Pachuco ringleader of the 38th Street gang, willfully murder Jose Williams?
No, they attacked us first.
I didn't ask for your comment.
But they did.
Your Honor, will you please instruct the witness to be cooperative? I must caution you, young lady. Answer the questions or I'll hold you in contempt.
We were just defending ourselves so we could get out of there.
Did Henry Reyna run over and attack a woman?
No, he was hurt from the beating.
Sit down. Did Tommy Roberts rip stakes from a fence and then hit a man over the head? Objection! Overruled.
I never saw him do anything.
Did Joey Castro have a gun? Objection! Overruled. A 3-foot lead pipe. Objection! Overruled. Was it a 2-foot lead pipe? Objection! Overruled. Was Henry Reyna carrying a blackjack?
No.
A switchblade knife?
No.
A 2x4?
No.
Did he run over to Jose Williams and kill him?
He could barely walk. How could he run to any place?
Did Smiley Torres? Did Joey Castro? Did Tommy Roberts? Did Smiley Torres? Did Henry Reyna? Did Henry Reyna? Did Henry Reyna murder Jose Williams?
No, no, no!
Your Honor, objection! The counsel is literally pulling out objects left and right, none of which have been associated with my client or with this murder. Objection overruled. Your Honor, I would like to assign that comment as misconduct. We only had one this morning. Might as well have another now. Have it your way. One more remark like that and I'll hold you in contempt. Quite frankly, Mr. Shearer, I'm getting rather tired of your repeated useless objections. I don't make useless objections. I'm sorry. Someone's using ventriloquism. We have Charlie McCarthy using Mr. Shearer's voice. Your Honor, I would like to assign that comment as misconduct. Fine. Witness excused. However, I'm going to have to remand her to Ventura State School for Girls for a period of 1 year.
What?
To be held there as a juvenile state of the ward. Bailiff, if the court please, until tomorrow. Henry, look, I know you're mad, but you have to remember, this is his courtroom. He's the judge.
But he's making jokes, George, and we're getting screwed.
I know, but we're going to win this in appeal.
Appeal? You mean you already know we're gonna lose?
There's a reason why I'm making all of these comments about misconduct. It's going to go on record that there's hearsay, inadmissible evidence, all of these things.
I'm scared, George. Don't tell me anymore.
Henry,
I want to hear it, Alice.
George, is there anything we can do? He's bitter and he has a right to be. We will now hear from the prosecution's concluding statement. Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what you have before you is the dilemma of our times. The city of Los Angeles is caught in the midst of the biggest, most terrifying crime wave in its history. A crime wave that threatens to engulf the very foundations of our civic well-being. We're not only dealing with the death of one Jose Williams in a drunken barrio brawl, but we are dealing with the danger and the threat to our children, our families, and our homes. Set these Pachucos free, and you shall unleash the forces of anarchy and destruction within our society. Set these Pachucos free, and you will turn them into heroes. Others just like them must be watching us in this very moment. What nefarious schemes can they be hatching in their twisted minds? Rape, drugs, assault, more violence? Who's going to be their next victim in some dark alleyway on some lonely street? Your loved ones? No. Henry Reyna and his Latin juvenile cohorts are not heroes. They are criminals, and they must be stopped. The very specific details of this murder are irrelevant due to the overwhelming danger of the Pachuco in our midst. So, I'm asking you to find these Zoot Suited gangsters guilty of murder and to throw them in the gas chamber where they belong. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the prosecution is trying to make these boys look like inhuman gangsters. These boys are not the Downey Gang, but there is evidence to prove that they were attacked because they were mistaken as the Downey Gang. Henry Reyna and Adela Barrios are victims. So who killed Jose Williams? Was it murder? Was it even murder? We may never know, but all the prosecution has been able to prove is that these boys have long hair and wear zoot suits. Find these boys guilty of murder, and you will be murdering the spirit of racial justice in America. The jury will retire to consider its verdict.
Have it. Please have it.
Has the jury reached its verdict? We have, Your Honor. How say you? We find the defendants guilty of murder in the first and second degree. The defendants will rise. Henry Reyna, Jose Castro, Thomas Roberts, Mel Forrest, and so forth. You've been tried at the jury of your peers and found guilty of murder in first and second degrees. The law prescribes capital punishment for this offense. However, in due review, in consideration of your families, it is hereby the judgment of this court that you be sentenced to life imprisonment. No! It says the state penitentiary staff went in. Court adjourned.
Hijo mío, hijo de mi alma.
Henry, I don't pretend to know how you feel, but I promise you this.
We may have lost this decision, but we're going to appeal immediately. We're going to stand behind you until your name is absolutely clear. I swear it.
What are they going to do about it, Sid? They just sent you to prison for life. Once the Mexican goes in, he never comes out.
Boys, yo. Amen. Vámonos, vámonos.
Orale, we're going to be taking a short break right now so you guys can all go out, take a leak, smoke a frajo, and los guancho. I cherish my chupos, los vatos, the dudes, street corner warriors who fly moved like unknown soldiers in wars of their own. El Pueblo de Los was the battle zone, from Sleeping Lagoon to Zoot Suit wars, where Marines and sailors made their scores, stomping like Nazis on East LA. Pero ¿saben qué? That's later in the play. We'll pick it up in prison, begin this scene inside the walls of San Quintin.
San Quentin, California, March 3rd, 1943. Dear family, coming in from the yard in the evening, we are quickly locked up in our cells, and the clank and locking of the doors leaves one with a rather empty feeling inside. You're standing up to the iron door, waiting for the guard to come along and take the count, listening as his footsteps fade away in the distance. By this time, a tense stillness has fallen over the cell block. You realize you are alone. So, all alone.
This all sounds rather tragic, doesn't it?
But here he comes again, yelling out your number in a loud voice.
24545!
Reina!
24546! Castro! 24547! Roberts! 24548! Flores!
You jump to your feet, stooping to pick up a letter.
Or perhaps several letters.
You are really excited as you take the letters from the envelope.
The censor has already broken the seal when you read it.
You make a mental observation to see if you recognize the handwriting on the envelope.
It's always nice to hear from home, or a close comrade.
Friends that you know on the outside.
Or perhaps it's from a stranger.
Dear boys, announcing the publication, mimeograph, of the Appeal News, your very own newsletter, we send you twice a month for the purpose of keeping you reliably informed of everything. The progress of the Sleepy Lagoon Defense Committee, we have a name now, and of course, the matter of your appeal. Signed, your editor, Alice Bloomfield. The Appeal News, Volume 1, Number 1, April 7th, 1943. Boys, you can, you must, and you will help us on the outside by what you do on the inside. Don't forget, what you do affects others. You have no control over that. When the time comes, let us be proud to show the record. Signed, your editor.
April 10, 1943. Dear Miss Bloomfield, I have discovered from my wife that you are conducting door-to-door fundraising campaigns in Los Angeles. She doesn't want to tell you, but she feels bad about doing such a thing. It's not her custom to go around begging for money.
Dear Smiley, of course I understand your feelings.
I don't want my wife begging.
It isn't begging, it's fundraising.
I don't care what you call it. I don't want to be a part of it.
All right, I won't bother your wife if she really doesn't want me to, okay?
April 18th, 1943. Dear Alice, try to find the words and expressions to thank you for your efforts on behalf of myself and the rest of the Bacos makes me realize what a meager vocabulary I possess.
Dear Tommy, your vocabulary is just fine. Better than most.
Most what?
People.
Listen, Alice, I don't want to be treated any differently than the rest of the Bacos. See? And don't expect me to talk to like some square anglo, some gabacho. You just better find out what it means to be Chicano, and it better be pretty damn quick.
Look, Tommy, I didn't mean...
I know what you're trying to do for us, and that's free. See? Shit. Most parties would probably like to see us locked up for good. I've been in jail a couple times before, but never nothing this deep. Strange, ain't it? The trial and loss? I don't know what happened to your wife. I don't give a shit what the paper said. You didn't do half the things I read about. I also know that I'm in there just because I'm known for Mexican, or Pachuco. Just remember this, Alicia. I grew up right alongside with these Bacos, and I'm actually too. Simon, that's you better believe it. May 1st, 1943. Dear Alice, darling, I can't help but spend my time thinking about you. How about sending this Eureka, that is, your photograph? Though Tommy must rather have one of Rita Hayworth. He
only chasing Mexican skirts. I'd rather see your sweet face any day.
Dear Joey, thank you so much. I really appreciated receiving your letter.
I'm sorry, Grandma. Mind if I call you Grandma?
Oh, no.
Ellas, una ruca fea. Ellas!
Well, what?
A ruca, a fine chick. Ruca. Fea. Ellas! That's all right. Hey, how about that photograph?
Dearest Joey, here it is, attached to a copy of the Appeal News. I'm afraid it's not exactly a pinup.
Alice, honey, you're a doll.
The Appeal News, Volume 1, Number 3, May 5th, 1943. Dear boys, feeling that El Cinco de Mayo is a very appropriate occasion, the CIO radio program Our Daily Res has devoted the entire time this evening to a discussion of discrimination against Mexicans in general and against you guys in particular.
May 17th, 1943. Dear Miss Bloomfield, I understand you're coming up to the queue this weekend. I'd like to talk to you in private. Think you can arrange that?
Yes, I can. What can I do for you, Henry?
For me, mi madre.
I don't understand.
I wanted you to be the first to know. I'm dropping out of the appeal.
You're what?
I'm dropping out. Letting out, see?
Henry, you can't.
Why can't I?
Because you'll destroy our whole case. If we don't present a united front, how can we ask the public to support us?
That's your problem. I never asked for the support.
Henry, please think about what you're saying. If you drop out, the rest of the boys will probably go with you. How can you even think about dropping out of the appeal? What about George and all the people that have contributed their time and money in the past few months? You just can't quit on them.
Oh no? Just watch me.
If you felt this way, why didn't you tell me before?
Why didn't you ask? You think you can just move in and defend anybody you feel like? When did I ever ask you to start a defense committee for me, or a newspaper, and all that other shit? I don't need defending it so I can take care of myself.
But what about the trial, the sentence that gave you life imprisonment?
It's my life.
Henry, honestly, are you kidding me?
You think so?
But you see me coming and going, writing to you, speaking for you, traveling up and down the state. You must have known I was doing it for you. Nothing has come before my involvement, my attachment, my passion for this case. My boys have been everything to me.
My boys? My boys? What the hell are we, your personal property? Let me say you straight, lady, I ain't your boy.
You know I never meant it that way.
You're just using Mexicans to play politics.
Henry, that's the worst thing anyone has ever said to me.
Who are you gonna help next? The colored people?
No, as a matter of fact, I've already helped the colored people. What are you going to do next? Go to the gas chamber?
What the hell do you care?
I don't.
Now get the hell out of here.
You think you're the only one who doesn't want to be bothered? You ought to try working in the Sleepy Lagoon Defense Office for a few months. All the haggling, the petty arguments, the lack of cooperation. I wanted to quit 1,000 times. What the hell am I doing here? They're coming at me from all sides. You're too sentimental and emotional about this, Alice. You're too cold-hearted, Alice. You're collecting money and turning it over to the lawyers while the families are going hungry. You're saying you can't be trusted because you're a communist, because you're a Jew. Okay, if that's the way they feel about me, then to hell with them. I hate them too. I hate their language. I hate their enchiladas, and I hate their goddamn mariachi music.
All right, now it sounds like you mean it.
I do.
Let's say we're even, Steven.
Fair enough. What now?
I say we bury the hatchet. You know what I mean.
Can I tell George we're going with the appeal?
Yes. I know there's a lot of people who are willing and trying to help us. People like George and you. When next time you see them, tell them Hank Arena sends his thanks.
Why don't you tell them?
Getting smart with me again?
If you write an article, and I know you can, I'll publish it in the People's World. What do you say?
Article. Pues who told you you can write ese?
Chale.
I'm serious. Why don't you give it a try?
Listen, you think me and you could write each other outside the newspaper?
Sure.
And it's a deal.
Thought we were going to be communicating. I think we're going to be very good friends.
You think so?
I know so. Time, miss! I gotta go. Think about the article, okay? I gotta go, boys!
Bye, Grandma. Say hi to Bertha for me. And say bye-bye. Give my love to Luca.
Time! Gotta go.
Goodbye. Bye, Grandma. She loves me.
Have you forgotten what happened at the trial? You think the appeal court's gonna be any different? The same judge sitting in the same fat-ass judgment of your fate.
Come on, Issei, give me a break.
One break. Coming up.
Time, George. I've been doing time.
Ain't it the truth? Yeah, Sid, when are you gonna spring me some here?
How's the appeal coming?
That's actually what I wanted to come and talk to you about. There's been a new development, but other than that, it's been good.
Other than what?
Bad news?
Sit down, boys. Now, this all really depends on how you take it. It's nothing too bad, but I wanted to let you know first. I've been drafted.
Drafted? Into the army? But you're so old.
Why you, George? Why'd they pick on you?
They didn't pick on me. There are a lot of people my age fighting for the country, and it is wartime.
But you're handling our appeal.
There are other lawyers who know the case.
But you're the one who knows the case.
Henry, I knew that you were going to take this the hardest. But I promise you that there are so many people out there who believe in you, who know how to get you out of here.
It's no use, George. Those bastard cops are never going to leave us alone. We're in it for life and that's it.
Do you really believe that?
What do you expect me to believe?
That's not my thing to say. Time, counselor! All right, boys, I gotta go. See you around, George.
So long, George. Back here.
Bye, Henry. God bless.
God bless you too, George. Take care of yourself.
Say, George, when you get back from the war, we gotta take you out of town and glass some weed. Let's get some blondes on those hands!
I might take you over then. All right, new work assignments. Report to the jump mail. Let's go.
We're supposed to work the mess hall.
Well, you got a new assignment.
Since when?
Since right now, get going.
What about this?
Why the hell do you care? You think you're something special? Come on, Greaseball, move.
Maybe, you bastard.
Oh, yeah? Wait!
Back off! Back off, don't be stupid.
Okay, Raina. Faster, huh? You got solitary. Into the hole.
Too bad, I said. He set you up again.
Solitary. They gave me solitary.
Better get used to it, kind of man. That's what this stretch is going to be about. See? You're in here? Nice, Bucko.
I can't accept it, is it?
You've got to think. Only this reality is real now. Only this place is real. Sitting in the lonely cell of your room.
I can't see my hands.
Open your eyes to look at the light, I say. Only the hard floor is there confront. Only the cold, hard edge of this reality is real now. And there is no time. Each second is a raw drop of blood from your brain that you must swallow, drop by drop. And don't even start counting, or you lose your mind.
I better know why I'm here. I better have a reason for being here.
You're here, Hank, because you chose to be. Because you chose to protect your brother and your family. And nobody knows the worth of that effort better than you, Issei.
I miss them, Issei. My jefitos, my carnalillo, my sis. I miss Stella.
Forget them. Forget them all. Forget your family and the battery beyond the wall.
There's still a chance I'll get out.
Fat chance.
I'm talking about the appeal.
And I'm talking about what's real. ¿Qué traes? Haven't you learned?
Learn what?
Not to expect justice when it isn't there. No court in the land's gonna set you free. Learn to protect your loved ones by binding them in hate. Stop hanging on to false hopes. Once those hopes come crashing down, you'll find yourself on the ground, foaming at the mouth. Como loco.
¿Sabes qué? Don't tell me anymore. I don't need you to tell me what to do. ¡Lárgate! ¡Lárgate!
Órale pues, don't take the pinche play so seriously. Jesus. Es puro vacilón. Watch out. This is Los Carnal. You wanna see some justice for chicos? Check out what's happening back home today. The Navy has landed, they say, on leave with full pay. And war is breaking out in the streets of LA.
Those Zooters, those David dandies.
Why don't you tell them what I really am, say? Or how you've been forbidden to use the very word?
We're complying in the interest of the war.
How have you complied?
We're using other terms.
Like Pachuco and Zoot Suiter.
So what? The Zoot Suit primary is beginning to push the war news off the front page.
The press distorted the very meaning of the word Zoot Suit. All it is for you guys is another way to say Mexicans. But the ideal image of the original Chuco was to look like a diamond, to look sharp, hip, Bonnaroo, finding a style of urban survival in the rural skirts and outskirts of the brown metropolis of Los Cabron.
It's a front to good taste.
Like the Mexicans, blacks, and Filipinos who wear them.
Yes!
Even the white kids, wops, and Jews are putting on the drape shape.
Trying to outdo the white man, the exaggerated white man's clothes.
Because everybody knows that Mexicans, blacks, and Filipinos belong to the huarache, the straw hat, and the dirty overalls.
You savages weren't even wearing any clothes when the white man pulled you out of the jungle.
My friends are going without cause and custody for that shit.
It's gone too far, too goddamn far, and it's gotta be stopped.
Why?
Don't you know that shit? There is a war going on. What are we fighting for if not to annihilate the very enemies of the American way of life? Come on, let's do it! Come on, help me! Go faster! Come on, do it! You think you're more important than the war, Zooter?
Try this one.
Watch it, come on!
You and how many of us? Come on!
Oh my God!
Come on!
Get him!
Oh, come on! You think you're more important than the war?
Come on, get him!
Come on!
Come on! Oh. Get him, come on! July 5th, 1943.
Dear Henry, I hope this letter finds you in good health and good spirits. But I have to assume you've heard about the riots in Los Angeles. It was a nightmare, and it lasted for a week. The city is still in a state of shock.
August 5th, 1943.
Dear Henry, the riots here in LA have touched off race riots all over the country. Chicago, Detroit, even Little Beaumont, Texas, for Christ's sake. The one in Harlem was the worst. Millions of dollars worth of property damage. 500 people were hospitalized. and 5 people were killed.
Things are rough all over.
Please write to me and tell me how you feel.
August 20th, 1943.
Dear Henry, although I am disappointed not to have heard from you, I thought I would send you some good news for a change. Did you know we had a gala fundraiser at the Mocambo?
The Mocambo? Gotcha!
And Rita Hayworth lent your sister the way ball gown for the occasion. She got dressed at Cecil B. DeMille's house, and she looked terrific. Her escort was Anthony Quinn, and Orson Welles said,
Orson Welles? Well, sounds like Lola Parsons. September 1st, 1943.
Henry, why aren't you answering my letters?
He's busy!
If there's something I've said or done, Henry?
Welcome back to the living, Raina. It's been a long, hot summer. Here's your mail.
Henry, I just found out you did 90 days in solitary. I'm furious at the rest of the guys for keeping it from me. I talked to Warden Duffy and he said you struck a guard. Did something happen I should know about? I wouldn't ask if it wasn't so important, but a clean record. Henry?
You still don't understand, Alice.
But I do. I'm not accusing you of anything. I don't care what happened or what is saying there. I'm sure you have your reasons, but you know the public is watching you.
Why do you do this, Alice?
What?
The appeal, the case, all the shit you do. You think the public really gives a goddamn?
Yes! We are going to get you out of here, Henry Reina. You're going to win.
What if we lose?
We're not going to lose.
What if we do? What if we get under the crooked judge and he makes us the appeal?
Then we'll appeal again. We'll take it to the Supreme Court. Hell, we'll take it all the way to President Roosevelt.
What if we still lose, Alice?
Can't.
Why can't we?
Because we've got too much support. You should see the kinds of people responding to us. Unions, Mexicans, Okies. It's fantastic.
Tell me what we can't lose, Alice.
I'm telling you.
No, you're not.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yes, you do.
Henry!
Tell me what we can't lose,
Stop
Alice.
it, Henry, please, stop it. I won't have you treat me this way. I never have been able to accept one person pushing another around. Pushing me around? Can't you see that's why I'm here? Because I can't stand it happening to you. Because I'm a Jew, goddammit, I have been there. If you lose, I lose.
I'm sorry.
It's stupid for us to fight like this. I look forward to coming here for weeks. Just to talk to you, to be with you, to see your eyes.
I thought a lot about you when I was in the hole. Sometimes I'd even see you walk in the dark and talk to me. Just like you are right now. Same look, same smile, same perfume. Only the other one never gave me so much lip. She just listened. She did say one thing. She said,
Can't say that to you, Henry. Not the way you want it.
why not?
Because I can't allow myself to be used to fill in for all the love you've always felt and always received from all your women.
Give it a chance, Alice.
Give it a chance? You crazy idiot. If I thought making love to you would solve all your problems, I'd do it in a second. Don't you know that? It won't. It will only complicate things. I'm trying to help you, goddammit, and to do that I have to be your friend, not your white woman.
Why don't you think I want to go to bed with you? Because you're white? I've had my white pieces of ass and you can count, ¿sabes? Who do you think you are? God's gift to us brown animals?
Oh, Hank, all the love and hate it's taken to get us together in this lousy prison room. Do you realize only Hitler in the Second World War could have accomplished that? I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Time, miss!
Already? Oh my God, Henry, there were so many messages I was going to give you. Your mother and father send their love, of course, and Lupe and Bella. And oh yes, they want you to know, Rudy's in the Marines.
The Marines?
I'll write you all about it. Will you write me?
Yes.
Let's go, lady!
Goodbye, Licha.
See you on the outside, Hank.
You were wrong, you said. There is something to hope for. We are going to win this appeal. You hear me, Ese? Ese? Are you even there anymore?
Okay, Raina, come on.
Where to?
We're letting you go. To the Folsom prison with all the rest of the prisoners. You didn't expect to walk out of here a free man, did you? Listen, kid, your appeal stands just as much as a chance as some of the countries of winning the war. Personally, I wouldn't give you the time of day. Let's go.
July 1st, 1943. World War II reaches a turning point.
July 10th,
U.S., British, and Canadian troops invade Sicily, sir.
August 6th,
U.S. troops occupy Solomon Island, sir.
September 5th,
MacArthur's forces land on New Guinea, sir.
October 1st,
U.S. Fifth Army enters Naples, sir.
June 6th, 1944. Allied forces under General Eisenhower land in Normandy.
August 19th,
American First Army reaches Germany, sir.
October 17th,
MacArthur returns to the Philippines, sir.
Meanwhile, on the home front, Americans continue with their everyday lives, growing confidence and relief as the war pushes an inevitable triumph. November 8th, 1944. The District Court of Appeals decides in Sleepy Lagoon murder case. Boys and Pachuco murder gibbon. Freedom!
Rudy!
Bendito sea Dios. Who would believe this day would ever come? Look at you. You're all home.
I can't believe one was an appeal.
Look around, Messios. Isn't there a day a man has two sons, one from the war and one from... Who cares? Sleepy Lagoon is history, hombre. Where it changed, los mexicanos have won.
Yes, but if it wasn't for the thoughtfulness and unselfish people like George and this beautiful lady, and all people who helped out, and Hispanics, all Americanos, our boys would not be home today.
I just hope you boys realize how important you are.
Once I realize it. I came all the way down from Hawaii just to get the good now. I'm only here for 2 days, but I'm going to get you drunk.
We'll see who gets drunk, you say.
Okay, Licha, todos, let's go into the house, eh? I made a big pot of menudo, and it's for everybody.
Let's ask Cooper too. Todos vámonos.
I call this.
Where were you, I said? I thought I lost you.
I was here, in the barrio. Welcome back.
It's good to be home.
My heart feelings.
Chale, we won, didn't we?
Simón.
Me and the Vatos have been in a lot of fights together, but we won this one because we learned to fight in a new way.
And that's the perfect way to end this play. Happy ending y todo. But life ain't that way, yo. The barrio's still out there, waiting and wanting. The cops are still hunting us down like dogs. Gangs are still killing each other, and there, in your own backyard, life goes on.
Where were you? Why didn't you come to the Hall of Justice to see us get out?
I guess I was a little afraid things had changed. So much has happened to both of us.
Simone, she's living in your house.
After I got back from Ventura, my parents gave me a choice. Forget you or get out.
Why didn't you write to me?
You had your own problems. Grandfathers took care of me. You know what, Hank? I think they expect us to get married.
Orale, you're gonna give her that big pachuco wedding you promised?
I have to think about it.
Henry?
Wish you had the time. Here comes Licha.
There'll be other times, Henry. You're home now, with your family. That's what matters.
Don't patronize me, Alice.
Patronize you?
Yeah, I heard a few words in the tongue.
No también, Hank. Te quiero.
Ese carnal, congratulations! The Jefito's told me about you and Della. That's great. If you want me to be your best man, better do it in the next 3 days.
Don't push me, Rudy.
¿Qué pues? ¿Got computer ready?
If you don't want me here, I can move out.
Watcha, I'll let you and Della have a room tonight. I'll sleep on the couch.
You aren't expecting me to sleep here, are you?
I'm not asking you to.
Why not?
The Jefitos will never know, that's it.
Be honest, Henry.
What do you want me to do?
Give me a chance to think about it. Give me a second.
1 second.
No, pues. What are you doing out here? Aren't you coming here from amigo?
I'm just thinking, Fito.
Heck it, hombre. Didn't you do enough at prison? Anda, it's your house. Come live again.
Papa, did you tell Della I was gonna marry her?
Yes. Only after you did.
Hey guys, don't you care about Della anymore?
If it was just me and you, Henry, it might be different. You have to think about your family.
I don't need you to tell me my priorities.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, carnal.
I don't need anybody to feel sorry for me. I did what I did because I wanted to. All I want to know is what's going to happen now. If you still want me, orale, suave. If you don't, that's okay too. But I'm not going to hang around like a tonta my life.
Your wish is looking finer than ever, carnal.
You're acting as if nothing has happened.
You ever hold that tighter, dude?
Belong here, Henry. No one that's out of place.
If you don't pick up on her, I'm gonna have to step in.
That's bullshit. What about what we shared in prison? I've never been that close to anybody.
That was in prison.
What the hell do you think the audio is?
It's not bullshit.
Shut up, Carnalillo.
Carnalillo, how can you still call me that? I'm not your damn little brother anymore.
You've got to stop fighting. Your body will never change. You represent the hope of your people.
Della was in prison too. You know you had thousands of people clamoring for your release. You were Della's only hope.
Look, Esa, I know you did a year in Ventura. I know you stood up for me when it counted. How can I make it up to you?
Don't give me your bullshit, Henry. Give it to Alice.
I think it's time for Alice Bloomfield to go home.
Don't be jealous, Esa.
Jealous? Mire, cabron. I know I'm not the only one you ever took to Sleepy Lagoon.
Sleepy Lagoon ain't shit. I saw real lagoons in those islands, killing people. I saw pachucos go out there that are never coming back.
But I was always there when you came back, wasn't I?
Henry, come back inside and go. Everybody's waiting for you.
What can I give you, Della? I'm an ex-con.
I am too.
Let's face it, Hank. There's no future for us in this town. I'm taking my wife and kid and moving to Arizona.
I know you're feeling it. It's home again. I know inside you're afraid something has changed. That the police will never leave you in peace. They don't know
What do you want, Hank?
Everything's going to be fine now.
We know we started in 38, and I'll never forget you. But we gotta move on.
Wait a minute! I don't know if I'll be back in prison tomorrow or not. Della, I have nothing to give you. Not even a piece of myself.
I have my life to live too, Hank. I love you. I would even die for you. Pero me chinga la madre if you go through my life for nothing.
But I love you.
Órale, Hank, watch that boy. This crazy bastard went all the way to his house to put on his drink. Look at this cat. He looks sorry. Yeah, like a parakeet.
Duke, why'd you put on your dress? Where's the party?
Well, this is the party right here.
Yeah, it's safe, but shake that one in ballroom. Zoot Suit died of fire and nose. Don't you know that, cabrón?
Rodolfo.
And he was supposed to get him drunk.
Shut up, Esa.
Ya, pues. Don't you guys have any menudo? Yeah, you can go get some fancy chili. This way out.
I don't need no damn menudo.
What's your language, carnal?
And I don't need you. I'm a man now. I can take care of myself.
Rio, you gonna go to the kitchen or out the dragon?
Whatever you say, Vito.
Alice, I think it's time to go.
Say the word, George. Just say the word.
No, you can't leave so soon.
Chale, you can't take our grandma. Ese traicionado, póngase más abusado. Ese no se haga causar. Estoy hablando en chicas matas. Es puro chicano.
Chicano, he can mother, cabrón. Why don't you grow up?
¿No va a pasar?
Yeah, you alive.
It's not you they're eating. Come on, Bertha.
She's staying with me.
She's mine.
Prove it, punk.
Hey!
Why did you leave me that now? It got me. The lenses, it got me. You should have taken me for one of the Jepitos. The Jepitos lost me anyway.
Come on in the house with me.
No, I joined the Marines. I didn't have to join, but I went. That was por qué? Because they got me, Carnal. They got me. I went to the dance show with Bertha. We were up on the balcony. They came from behind. 20 sailors. They were Marines. They grabbed me by the neck and they dragged me down the stairs. They were punching and kicking. They were pulling my hair. They dragged me to the streets. They beat me, Carnal. Everybody saw them beat me. They took my clothes and Bertha saw them beat me.
Orale! There's cops outside. They're trying to arrest Joey. They got him up against your car. They're trying to say he stole it. All right, I'll handle this. I'll go with you.
Those bastards!
Henry, no!
What do you mean, no? Don't you see what's going on outside?
They'll get you again. That's what they want.
Get out of my way! Get out of my way, Jefe! Get out of my way!
Henry Reyna went back to prison in 1947 after being charged with robbery and assault with a deadly weapon. While incarcerated, he killed another inmate and wasn't released until 1955 when he got into hard drugs. In 1972, he died of his life's trauma.
That's the way you see it, Sid. But there are different ways to end the story.
Henry Reyna went to Korea in 1950. He was shipped on a destroyer to defend the 38th Parole when he was killed in 1952, when he was posthumously awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Henry Reyna married Della in 1948, and they have 5 kids. 3 of them now attending university, speaking Kalo and calling themselves Chicanos. Henry Reyna, born leader. Henry Reyna, the social victim.
Henry Reyna, the street corner warrior. Henry Reyna, el carnal de Arqueas. Henry Reyna, the Zoot Suiter.
Henry Reyna, my friend. Henry Reyna, my brother.
Henry Reyna.
Our son.
Henry Reyna, my love. Henry Reyna. El Pachuco, the man, the myth, still lives. Sarah, this play wouldn't have been possible. She chose this play. It was a crazy story. I'm not gonna get into it, but it was amazing. Miss White and Miss White, she supported us through all of it. We all cried, we all laughed, everything with her. Without Miss White, this wouldn't have been possible. This is her first play, and this is her first year teaching, so we're all extremely proud of her. She always says how proud she is of us,
And then we'd like to thank the people that you don't see on stage, but who really made all of this possible. Stephanie, Melanie, Giselle, and Nathan. Melanie and Giselle made all of these costumes so amazing. We found half of this stuff in the attic. Like, it's kind of crazy how amazing we all look. And without them, this would not have been possible. And then Nathan and Stephanie made all these amazing lights. They made us sound great. Stephanie really, without her, we would have done the show in the dark. Like, she really made this all possible. So thank you.
I'm Brianna. This is, like Lexi said, this is my first year, and these kids have worked so hard, and I can't begin to explain how proud I am of all of them. Thank you to the parents for letting your kids stay here until 8 p.m. All of this hard work really paid off, and I'm really glad that you got to see this project that's so special to the kids, to myself, and to this community. Thank you so much for coming and for all your support, and hopefully you come to the next show. Thank you.
All right, with that said, buenas noches y gracias.